What's good, Relocation Football League fan? It's your boy Smitty here commentating my first and my last game here of the week. I'll be going on vacation starting tomorrow, but hey, hopefully this one ends off my week here with a bang. We got a great one, Big 12 action, as we have Oklahoma taking on West Virginia. Definitely a big game. West Virginia ranked 11th in the nation here in the RFL College Series, and Oklahoma moving up into the top 10 at number 7. These are two really good teams coming at it. Really got to high point the quarterbacks and point those guys out because their playmaking ability is amongst the best at the quarterback position in this RFL College Series. But here goes the number 7 Oklahoma Sooners here in the territory of the Mountaineers. So it's not going to be an easy task at all for that man right there, Daryl Johnson, number 3. He's had a great season so far. Team so far on the season is 5-3, and it's 5-4 for West Virginia. So we're going to see how things shape out here in this one. Shout out to the RFL community for coming through and watching. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe as it helps the channel. And let's get ready for some good old RFL College Series action here. Crowd is live and everyone's ready to get this one underway. As the ball's on the tee and it is game time. West Virginia kicking it off to Oklahoma to start the game. This one in the back on the middle of the end zone. He'll take a knee for a touchback. That's Brown. And the offense is coming out onto the field. Daryl Johnson, we like to call him the Rock. Man, this guy's rock solid at that quarterback position. I would have to say the most ultimate dual threat currently right now in the RFL College Series. See if he can put that on full display here on this opening drive and throughout this game against this very solid West Virginia defense. This defense has been a tough group to move the ball on, especially running it. And we've already known, for guys who've been paying attention to the College Series, Oklahoma is a team that has struggled in the run game department with Sermon. So let's see if they can open that up. Pistol formation. First play is going to be a run. And that's going to be just a gain of a yard on the play. We'll now jump and get a look at this offense in depth as we get a look at the offensive line here. That's really going to have to do their best to protect Johnson in the backfield, but a big guy to look out for that has to step up in this game. I think Sermon's going to have to come up big and rip off some pretty good runs and keep this offense more than just one-dimensional, even though it technically isn't, because Daryl Johnson usually makes up for the run game when Sermon doesn't. They've got themselves a heck of a receiving core as well. Baskine, you got Banks. Here goes the first pass, and he's not even going to look to throw it. Wise slide, as that'll make a 3rd and 3. That's another thing that's very dangerous about this Oklahoma team with Daryl Johnson under the helm. Unlike a lot of quarterbacks who are dual threats in this College Series, he doesn't just take contact. He's one of the best at sliding and just picking up the yards that he can get. Very tough to force a turnover from the Rock, as he'll line up here in the pistol. Play action, looking to pass again. This time he'll let it go, and it's going to be caught over the middle for a first down to the 45. Able to find Dawson Banks, the submitted wide receiver. 23 yards on the play. And once again, this is just vintage Daryl Johnson. Pinpoint accuracy over the middle, running the dig route is Banks. And that's just a good job making sure he hung on to that, took contact from 3 Mountaineer defenders. Like I said, the offensive line, if they can offer Johnson good time in the pocket, this could be a tough game for this West Virginia defense. We'll go with a run, and he's got space. Sermon getting to the 40. This is what you want to see out of Sermon if you're rooting here for Oklahoma. Moving down the field, really good. Nice 6-yard gain on the play. Whoever wins this game will become bowl eligible. So this is a huge game. They throw the receiver screen there off the bubble. That's not going to work. West Virginia all over that, and that's going to end up being a 3-yard loss for Blaze. We already know how dangerous Blaze is. If he's got open space, that was good man-to-man coverage on that screen. Typically, you wonder why receiver screen and those blocks aren't there, or they out-man you in that man-to-man defense. Those bubble screens aren't going to work. It's a great job staying on top of that play. That was the safety, Willix. Submitted safety right there from the RFL community. And now they're looking at a 3rd and 7. Shotgun for Daryl Johnson. Looking to pass. Throws. And he's got a first down again to Nick Baskin. 3 for 3 to start this drive for the Rock. And he is moving. 16 yards for Baskin's first catch. Once again, you get a look at the picture here. And he's got a clean pocket. Offensive line continues to keep this up throughout this game. It's going to be, like I said, a long day for this defense to try to generate pressure in the backfield there to Daryl Johnson. If they cannot get that pressure there to him, and he's also great in pressure, you got to look and make sure that when you get pressure there that you bottle him up, because if you don't bottle him up and you give him space, he's out of the pocket for a nice scramble. Here goes a throw, hitting the drag, and that's going to be Skeggy Thrash. It's a submitted tight end right there. And we'll get a look at this West Virginia defense. Donahue, Andrews, and Stills on the D-line as you look at the linebacker Stewart, Richardson, Tonkery, and Cohen. Watch out for Richardson. Secondary, Washington, Willix, Evans, and Miller. The heart and soul of this West Virginia defense so far this year has been, of course, the captain. As you can see him conversing with his fellow teammates there. And that is Richardson. Jedediah Richardson, middle linebacker. You can see him here over top. They go with a draw play. And that's not going to pick up much. Maybe a yard or two on the play. So we'll see a yard, 3rd and 6. Tonkery on the tackle. West Virginia's kind of been on a hot streak. I believe 3 games straight they've won so far. We're able to beat Oklahoma State off of a missed field goal, winning that one 23-22, and that's going to be a sack by Devin Andrews. And that will more than likely end Oklahoma's drive here on the opener, as they'll have to settle for 3. Daryl Johnson trying to get loose, picking this the wrong lane. Should have probably ran off of Robinson's block there. And that's a great job by the submitted D tackle. Just making sure that he's got his eyes focused on Johnson and made the play. So Oklahoma looking to get the game's first points here off the field goal. Kick is up. Should be an easy chip shot. And that's exactly what it is. Oklahoma leads it here early, 3-0. If you are new to the Relocation Football League, make sure to check us out at relocationfootballleague.com as we are looking to open up the RFL season soon in about 2 months. Come January 1st, you could be able to submit and create a player for next year's college series. This series has been great, and I expect the college series to continue to grow more and more with its fan base, of course. And it's just a great thing to be a part of. Check us out once again on our website, relocationfootballleague.com. We also have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. We're on it. We post content daily. And make sure that you are a part of the new wave of the esports movement here with Real Sports. Here goes a return from about the 3-yard line. And a good return, getting it to the 31. And so we'll get our first look at Leo Moon here today. 23 touchdown passes this season. And the guy, he's had his ups and downs, throwing some interceptions. He's got 13 on the year. But these last couple of weeks, he looks like he has really been focused on point and has been able to distribute the football accurately to his receivers for big plays in big moments. Shotgun here for Leo Moon. First play, looking to go down the field, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Overshot. Great defense right there by Oklahoma. And let's get a look at this West Virginia offense. We talked about Leo Moon already. These guys going to have to step up as well. But he's got his receivers, Aiden Davis and Brian Olsen, and man, were they instrumental. They are big-time playmakers for Leo Moon. And this Oklahoma defense is going to have to look out over the top for those deep shots. And you can see West Virginia trying them early on that very first play. Offset I formation. And here goes a trot and an explosion up the field for a first down. What a run by Kennedy McCoy, 15 yards on the ground. And McCoy, you just never know. Sometimes he has those very explosive games, and sometimes, you know, he doesn't. You know, he's either one of those hit or miss type of guys. But that was a great job, you know, being patient, slowing up, and then just exploding through the lane once he saw it. If he can have a great day, typically, and they got McCoy going in the passing game, this is a team that wins more times than not. Moon, a lot of time in the pocket. He's going to scramble. Rarely does this. Takes the hit. And he is just going to get, looks like, back to the line of scrimmage. So they might not count it as a sack. Didn't get anything recorded for it. But here's a look at this Oklahoma defense with Perkins, Gallimore, and Hughes on the D-line. White, Murray, Kelly, and Thompson, the linebacker core. And at the secondary, Lowry, Riley Howes, Fields, and Brown. Watch out for Riley Howes at the safety position. He had himself a crucial pick six in last week's victory that really, I would have to say, helped them get that win. They were able to get it done over Florida State, which was a higher ranked team than them at the time. And here goes more problems for West Virginia. False start. That's going to back them up 5 yards. Pretty obvious there, and it's got to be disciplined. You're here at home. It's not like you're playing on the road. The crowd is for you, not against you, but got to pay attention to that snap count. And they're going to go with some play action. Blitz picked up well, shot down the field, and he's going to make the catch on the sideline. No, he drops it. Aiden Davis could have had a huge first down for the Mountaineers, but the last minute, that ball came jarring out of his hands. Missed opportunity right there. That's exactly what I was talking about. Got to watch out for the speed of these receivers. Because, boy, they can make some plays. Leo Moon, another shot down the field, over the top, and played to perfection. 0 for 3 to start this game for Moon. And that's a rough one. You know, the previous play, ball put there on the money. Receiver doesn't come down with it. Tries to go up to one of his playmaking, spectacular catch type of receivers here. Nick Webster is a smaller guy, but he makes those remarkable grabs. Couldn't make one there. Pretty much triple covered with great coverage over the top, as that brings up 4th down. So Oklahoma's defense getting it done. And it looks like they're fumbling the snap here, and it's going to be blocked. Oklahoma, and they won't recover it, but West Virginia is going to be down at the 26, and the Sooners will have possession at the 26 here. That's just cannot have that happen here. Early in the game, you're giving off a lot of momentum to a team that you just simply cannot give momentum. So now you put the rock right here, nearly in the red zone, your side of the field. Really rough start right now for the Mountaineers. Sooners looking to, of course, take advantage of this. Shotgun split back formation here for Darryl Johnson. Got all of his 3 receivers out onto the field. Quick throw into the flats here. Sermon getting up to the 20. And even though he hasn't been the greatest this season running the football for Oklahoma, he's a really good receiving weapon for the Sooners. So, I mean, he at least brings some value to this offense when he can't get it done on the ground. West Virginia's definitely got to watch out for that. Shotgun, counter run play, and Sermon takes a big hit down at the 17. What's good, Holman? Appreciate you coming to the live stream. Shout out to everyone here watching. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the Relocation Football League if you are enjoying what you are watching. Pistol formation here on a 3rd and 1. They like to run these end-around plays, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Juke move to the outside. Nick Baskine, touchdown Sooners. What a play. And you've seen this all year from the Sooners. Nick Baskine, the best end-around receiver by far, I'd have to say, in the college series. And that's going to count as a receiving touchdown and a passing touchdown for Daryl Johnson since he tossed it forward. And the extra point is good. Oklahoma starting out strong, 10-0. And so for Daryl Johnson, that'll make it his 17th touchdown pass of the season. And how about that run by Nick Baskine? It's great blocks. You can't, I mean, that still was a great run by him. Of course, he set it up, juked, and found a way to maneuver and get through untouched for the touchdown. But you also got to look at the blocks that were laid on that run. Everyone gets an A+ on execution on that play. That was ran to perfection. And so West Virginia going to get this one from the 3. Really rough start for them right now. They're going to have to try to turn things around at this point.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Davis dropped a crucial 3rd down pass that was on the money on the sideline by Leo Moon. And we've seen West Virginia sometimes start out slow and they struggle to get back into games. So this is definitely not the start that West Virginia wanted to get out to. Still a lot of football, of course, left to go, though. We're still not even at 4.5 minutes in this first quarter. Already Oklahoma up 10-0. Got a tight bunch to the right side as Leo Moon looks to throw, just checks it down. And that's just good coverage. You can see that Oklahoma is making sure they're not giving up that deep ball. They're not giving up the big play that West Virginia tends to make with their receivers. Everything down the field just covered, and they're okay with giving up those short passes that are going to result in a few yards gain as long as they have a high chance of keeping them away from picking up those big first downs through the air. And here they go, and the gun going to run it, and McCoy just not making the right decision there. Should have just hit it on that run. Juking backwards going to cost them a few yards as man is on the tackle. Now 3rd and 8. Here for West Virginia. There's no reason to juke back in that direction. When you had all that field and space to work with, you would have had a one-on-one situation with the incoming defender that was furthest out to the right, and just try to do too much. Cannot afford to do that in games like this.
Single. Watch now.
And Leo Moon throws. That's going to be incomplete. Dangerous pass. That was in the area of a lot of Sooners, and this was just an extremely rough start here for West Virginia. 4th and 8. It's a nice quick 3 and out. So the punting unit once again back out onto the field. They'll handle the punt this time. As last time it was blocked. He gets it off and will take it from the 14. Breaks a tackle. Here goes Brown. He's got a kick return already on the season here. Won't get one on that. Well, that is a really good return, making more than what it seemed out of that return there. And Daryl Johnson back out onto the field. He looks confident. Playing well already at the start of this game. I believe he's 5 for 5. Still has yet to miss a pass in this one. And that's what makes him so lethal. He doesn't just kill you with his legs. And we haven't even seen him scramble that much yet in this game. He's got over 500 yards rushing this season with 7 touchdowns in that department. As well as close to 2,500 passing yards this year. Shotgun with a motion of Baskine from the right to left. They'll draw it up the middle. and he'll get to the 29. Nice 6-yard gain. It looks like Oklahoma's really doing a good job of finding ways to try to space out this defense, not to have too many people in the box with their spread offense here, and try to find ways to run Sermon to get him more effective in the run game. And that's what they need. Here they go with a quick throw, RPO there, and man, probably tried to do a little bit too much of the state to the outside. Skeggy Thrash still picking up a nice gain, maybe about 3 yards on the play, 3rd and 1. What's going on, Coach Back? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Got Nashawn Richardson in the building. And Sidney Richardson Jr. Appreciate you coming through. Pistol formation. Could be an end-around play again, and it is. And it's going to be stopped this time. And he should have did what he did last time. That's just cut it up the field. And that's a great play in the backfield. I believe that's Washington. And if he had just been able to hold his block just a little long, he was already holding it long as it is. That's just, that's going to be tough to do. And Oklahoma, a little bit too predictable on that play. Last time you ran it on 3rd down and short, and it worked out. You scored a touchdown. And once they seen Baskine motioning again, more times than not, the defense that's paying attention is going to know, hey, this might be the same play here, and then come up and make a play. And so, offense of West Virginia is going to get started at the 30 after the Davis return. And now West Virginia can look to try to calm down, get things together. Leo Moon needs to, right now it looks like the deep ball, they're covering well. Going to have to find some other ways maybe to open up the deep ball later on, because we know that's what they like to do. Try to get the run game going with McCoy. He's had some pretty decent runs. Of course, the last run he had, juking backwards, kind of cost him. But, try to use the run game to open up what you do here. Let's see if they do that here on this drive. Or the throw, and man, wide open receivers. He had 2 options here. I don't know if he got confused on who exactly he was throwing to, but, man, another big missed opportunity from Leo Moon. And you typically see when Moon has these starts like this, there's sometimes he comes back, but more times than not, when he starts off this rough, especially against good opponents, it's not good for West Virginia. They typically don't win. They go to throw to the outside as he connects with Webster. And it's 3rd down and 6 for the Mountaineers. Let's see what West Virginia can do here on this play. Can Leo Moon, they're definitely going to need him here on this play to try to get the first. There's a flag, and I don't know if this is the offense or the defense, and they're going to say it's on the offense for a false start. So that is a 2nd false start penalty for West Virginia. Everything's just going wrong for them right now. And like I said, that what they need to do, they just need to settle down and stay focused. It's not like you're on the road here. You're at home, in front of your home crowd. You probably practice here. I doubt West Virginia actually practices on their game fields in real life. But, you should be comfortable here. And you're drawing too many penalties as the home team. That's not looking good when you look at discipline. There's a 3-man rush, and there's going to be a sack on the play. Excellent coverage again downfield. And the struggles for the Mountaineers continues. And that's going to be man coming in for the sack. And the offensive line, still gave him some time there. He gave him some time, but I think what's going on here is Oklahoma is covering the deep ball. West Virginia wants very badly to make that big play down the field, and it's just not there yet. So the punt is away. He's been skying these. Will get it from about the 24. And another great return off the punt by Brown. At the 40. You got 6 seconds left in the first. Oklahoma, of course, going to run one more play. More than likely, that's going to be the end of the first. They got themselves a 10-point lead. Corners pressed up and in the face of the outside receivers. But watch out in the slot with Baskine and Dawson Banks. This looks man-to-man coverage and a quick hitch route. Going to get them at least half the distance. That's even Hazelwood, another receiver. These guys got 4 great receivers on this offense. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma taking this one 10-0. Let's see what the second quarter has for us. Derek Johnson clapping his hands. He's ready to go. And pinpoint accurate so far today. Hasn't really thrown the ball much. Looks like Oklahoma is really trying to establish that run game that they know they have problems with, because they still feel confident in their back sermon to be able to get things going here for this offense. They'll line up in the pistol. And there goes a run. The middle, these draw plays, they've been working for Oklahoma. That's not going to be the greatest of gains. Just 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 3. And Oklahoma, like we've seen, man, hopefully they don't call an end-around play here. Don't look like it is based off the formation, but they love to run an end-around. Shotguns as he'll look to pass. Johnson with the completion, broken tackle, juke move up the field, and he is just stopped a yard short. Darryl Johnson 10 for 10, but that is not going to be enough for a first down. Trying to get to Brooks, and Brooks did everything in his power to try to get that first down, and it just didn't happen. Probably should have just went up the field on that juke. That was a good juke. Really was a good juke. But should have went up the field and got that first down, and unfortunately just falling a yard short. Tell you what, even though it's been a rough start for West Virginia, Oklahoma does not want West Virginia hanging around here in this game. If you're going to dominate and you're going to get off to a hot start, you got to apply that pressure. We've seen too many teams this year in this RFL College Series, and just in real life in general, take the gas off of their opponents, thinking, oh, this is easier than I thought, and before you know it, they have the lead late in the game. So Oklahoma, defense is playing well now, but we already know how explosive this West Virginia offense is, and that deep ball, even though it's not working now, at some point it could be there. And so Oklahoma, they've got to apply that pressure on offense. And here goes Leo Moon with a throw that's going to be caught for a first down by Olsen. Great catch right there. Big first down. Should build some confidence for Leo Moon, especially in his receivers. Sometimes when things aren't open, got to trust your receivers to make the play. And right there, that was not the best pass decision, but it worked out. And that's just going to be a 1 yard gain on the play. So they got Webster here at the bottom of the screen in the slot. Here goes a throw over the middle of the field, though, and he's got a first down. Big completion to Mason Dunn. This is what opens up that deep ball, like I said, eventually in this game for West Virginia. They've been trying it all game. Nice little double move to clear out Murray from the linebacker to launch him more so outside. And that's just a good ball there for the first down. Offset I formation. Here goes a run, trying to get to the outside. He lowers the shoulder, but he loses yards. Big play there by Fields. That's what you want to see, out of your cornerback. If he has the ability to make those plays. We said cornerbacks can't tackle. Sometimes you need them to. They've got ran through on that play. Would have had that entire outside to work with. So that's a big play in my book. May have not looked the greatest at the end of that, but you made the play. Best drive so far for West Virginia. As he'll motion McCoy out of the backfield. Getting blitzed, throws over the middle. Webster trying to pull off the spin and is quickly brought down at the 41-yard line. So that's going to be a 3rd and 5. And West Virginia so far on 3rd downs has not been too effective here tonight. We're going to have to see what happens here. 5 wide empty set. So Oklahoma better be prepared. They're sending in a blitz, picked up well by the line, throws, and it's going to be caught for a first down. That's Mccoy, running back, coming up with the play. West Virginia building up that momentum. This could be the drive where they punch it in. First catch of the day for Mccoy, and it's good for 13 yards. Oklahoma's been constantly trying to send in some blitzers. Just hasn't been able to get there. Good protection. Hit as he throws. Intercepted. Oklahoma going to take it over at about the 1, and he's still going to the 40. And that looks like that's where that return's going to end. That's Norwood on the interception. For a second there, it looks like it was just about to sail over the head of Norwood, but he baits some great pressure. Almost gets there, and the ball maybe slightly underthrown. Didn't really give Webster that one-on-one jump ball, and Norwood palming it and getting all the way to the 40. That's an excellent play. Oklahoma's defense right now coming up big, holding West Virginia to 0 points. But Oklahoma is going to have to get moving themselves. You know, they've made a couple of big plays and everything, but it's been a couple of halted drives here for Daryl Johnson. And the group, I mean, he's playing well, hasn't missed a pass still yet in this game. But on third downs and shorts and those crucial third downs, they got to be able to convert and move down the field. Pistol formation. There goes a screen. He's got the blocks, and we know he's got the speed, almost able to bend the corner on this West Virginia defense. And that screen that didn't work before turns into a 7-yard gain. Very nice play. Daryl Johnson, man, he's quick to get that ball out of his hands. Maybe a dual threat and likes to run at times, but he's just one of those guys. He's a quarterback first for sure. And here goes a run, and that's a great tackle made right there by Tonkery. Almost could have looked as if it was a horse collar, but that's not a penalty in the game. It's 3rd and 1, and this has been where Oklahoma has struggled on these third and short situations. So let's see if they can convert here. Looks like West Virginia is going to send some pressure off the left side here at the bottom of the screen. And they try to run with Sermon catching the defense off guard up the middle of the field for a huge run. First down at the 32. And like I said, the key to success for Oklahoma every time that Sermon has a big game, or at least over 100 yards in a game, they win. So get him going like this. That was a great play call. I doubt West Virginia expected him to run that ball on that play, even in the third down and short, because they know their struggles with the run game. But Sermon, they spread out the field. They're running them. And I'm liking the game plan right now. They got to finish this drive, and they've got to keep their foots on the necks of these Mountaineers. And another run. Great blocks. Excellent blocks. First down and then some. Breaks the tackle, and Sermon gets to the 15. He's already over 50 yards rushing in this first half. One of his best starts this season. And look at the blocks held on the outside here. It's excellent blocking all around from Oklahoma. The same type of outside blocking we saw on the lone scoring touchdown of Oklahoma and of the game tonight. Because of the outside blocking, these receivers, they do an excellent job of holding their blocks on the outside, that's for sure. You saw Dawson Banks, you saw Nick Baskeen holding it down. And someone even got to Jedediah Richardson as he was flowing out to him. Offensive line blocking well here for Oklahoma. 4-man rush, Johnson over the middle, and he continues to stay perfect. He's 12 for 12, gain of 7 there to Drew Blaze. Just 8 yards away from pay dirt. Definitely got to watch out for the scrambling ability of Daryl Johnson here in the red zone. 7 touchdowns in that department here this year. To the throw. Skeggy Thrash throwing a defender and still falling up a yard short. Another 3rd and short situation. I mean, typically I think West Virginia is like, look, if you see a motion from the slot with Baskine, that's an end around. Watch out for the end around, but the formation here doesn't look like it's going to be one here. Shotgun as he looks to throw, and a slant is still going to be caught for a 1st and goal. What a catch by Drew Blaze. Not a lot of receivers in traffic like that is coming down with that ball. Very tight squeeze throw. Takes the hit from Jedediah Richardson. He's been I consider him a heavy hitter here for West Virginia, and still is able to hold on to the ball, making the clutch play for the Sooners. Momentum here is continuing to build for Oklahoma. See if they can punch it in. Spreading out the field still with 3 receivers. Might go with Sermon. They do. Breaks the tackle. Stretches out the ball. And can only get back to the line of scrimmage at best. 2nd and goal. This could be a situation, where Oklahoma just tries to run the ball maybe 3 times. Or if they do attempt to pass, Daryl Johnson's going to take off. So West Virginia's got to be wary of all of that. And here they are still spreading out the field. There goes a screen again. Can he get to the end zone? He will. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They will now take a 3-possession lead over West Virginia on the road if they can knock down this extra point. But, I mean, that receiver screen off the RPO, off the bubble, has just been working to perfection for the Sooners. That's just an excellent job of fighting for getting those yards. Boy, is West Virginia right now looking as though they are in a heap of trouble. Still a lot of time left to go in this game, so we can't call anything yet. But they are down now by 3 possessions, 17-0. 9 plays, they go 60 yards. This is exactly what I was talking about. Oklahoma, this is a game, they're kind of expected to win. They're expected to win this game, even despite being on the road. Higher-ranked team. They got a lot of talent. But they have to be aggressive in this game. They have to put their foots early and throughout the remainder of this game on the necks of the Mountaineers if they want to make sure that they come out on top with the victory. Because West Virginia, very, very unpredictable team, no matter who's playing them. Right now, just really haven't gotten off to a really good start. But Oklahoma got to continue to keep this up all 4 quarters. And West Virginia, they got to figure something out here as they take this one out of the end zone. Aiden Davis, man, he's had great returns every time he's been kicked the ball. Almost got the feeling as if he's going to break one at some point. We'll have to see. Leo Moon back out onto the field here. They're going to show Kennedy McCoy's stats. He's only got 4 carries for 13 yards, so that kind of tells you, Leo Moon, he hasn't really thrown the ball too well. He's thrown the ball a lot more than they've ran, so I can't say that, but he hasn't been successful right now throwing the ball. Completion percentage very low, under 50%. And this Oklahoma team is taking away the plays they like to run. So they got to figure out ways to be productive. There goes a run. And another unnecessary juke. Gaining maybe a yard or 2 on the play. And man, it looks like he had so much space to work with. He kind of made the wrong decision cutting back to the left. It could have probably kept out to the right, and that could have been a much bigger gain. Well, it's looking like a rough night for him. And here they go with an empty set. They've been successful in this formation tonight. Let's see if that continues. As that ball, that goes in the dirt. 6 of 13 for Leo Moon. Like I said, this is not nothing. I'm not going to say it's like a consistent thing that we see from Moon, but it's nothing new. We've seen him come out to some rough starts and then get it together at the game. Continues more so in the second half. This is just not the team to do that with. And that one's going to be incomplete. 4th down, just like that. And just not the read to make here. You're on a 3rd and 8 situation. The drag is obviously covered. I don't know if he didn't see, I believe that's Kelly, number 19 there, to his left, and he threw the ball thinking that the drag was wide open. I'm not sure what happened, but I saw like Aiden Davis running the dig route across the middle. It looked like as if that was open, getting rid of that ball a little bit too quick. There goes the return from the 20. Brown to the outside. The returns by these kick returners on both sides have actually been pretty good so far. And Sermon is the key point of the night. 10 carries, 56 yards. So Oklahoma has developed a successful run game. And as I mentioned earlier in this, when they do that, this team typically, wins games every time that he's had a game over 100 yards. So, and that's big time. But 1st down and 10. There goes a throw over the middle. Baskin takes a big hit, but once again, hanging on to the football. Receivers coming up with clutch catches, and can you look at this stat line for Daryl Johnson? This is why there's a lot of hype around this kid. 16 for 16 right now. Is a dual threat quarterback who can absolutely shred you with his legs, and he's literally has not missed an entire pass so far in this first half, and it's about to be over. 2nd and 3. Here goes a run. Sermon doesn't get the block he was looking for, but almost breaks free still. Falls 2 yards short. That's good defense still, though, by West Virginia. Pistol formation. Will they go with Sermon here? Some motion, could be end around. That's exactly what it is. And he doesn't get the blocks. That's going to be a tackle for a loss. Actually had the blocks, but the edge still just was not sealed. Looks like the lineman who was supposed to be pulling out and leading kind of got caught up with each other. That's a great job of going down and stretching him out to make that play. So great stop by West Virginia's defense. And look at this punt. Pinning him down inside the 7. So 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go in this first half, and still West Virginia scoreless. Shotgun here as they spread out the field. Leo Moon trying to throw the slant, almost intercepted as it is swatted, trying to go in the direction of Aiden Davis. He's been one of their top receivers, making big plays, but still not a single one of their receivers has been able to get off and make that big play yet.
Here we go. Push him back.
Got trips to the field side here on a 2nd and 10. Got to be careful as he's here in the end zone. He will let it go, and it's going to be caught for a 1st down. That's Nick Webster to the 23. That's actually, honestly, it looks like a bad spot to me. I think his knee probably did fall down at the 23-yard line. It's still a good play. And he just drops that one right over the top of the Sooner defenders there. Good ball. Shotgun here for Moon. Looking to throw. And he lets one fly to Webster, starting to get into his rhythm. Nice throw, gain of 9. And this is exactly what I was talking about with Leo Moon. You know, you tend to see him, you know, if he starts out rough like he has tonight, he does progressively get better as the game goes on. So hopefully we get to see that so that West Virginia can try to put up a fight right now at this point in the game. Their defense, I still feel, has been playing pretty well. Their offense just has not been able to help them out. They've kind of been undisciplined in the first half with some penalties, some false starts. But, yeah, here, Leo Moon, if he get himself into a rhythm, here goes another good throw. Another good throw. He gets himself into a rhythm. That's when this offense becomes tough to stop. And 50-plus yards receiving in his first half for Nick Webster. Nick Webster, he's one of those guys who really doesn't get too much recognition. But if you're a West Virginia fan, you've been following the RFL College Series of this team, he's been the big playmaker for the clutch possession catches. And right there, he runs the out route again. Leo Moon's on target again with him. But look out for him to go his direction for the big plays. He likes to do that. Leo Moon again, the out routes are picking apart this Oklahoma defense right now, and honestly, that's a smart decision, a good game plan, because they've seen the deep ball hasn't been working. They've been running, it looks like to me, a lot of cover three with the linebackers dropping back, but they're not covering the out areas. So it's a good job that Leo Moon is attacking those. He's missed on a couple of those passes, but you can see him starting to warm up now. And here goes a throw. That's going to be caught for a first down over the middle as he hits Aiden Davis on the post. And that is, believe it or not, Aiden Davis's first catch of the night. Leo Moon has been trying to target him all game, but the Sooners' coverage has been phenomenal so far on him. And it's been tough for him to come down with some passes. That's a big one right there to keep his momentum going in the right direction come second half. They are looking to try to score before the end of this first half, make it a two-possession game again. Here goes a throw, nice completion. That's going to be Kennedy McCoy, running back, gaining 4. And time is running down right now, and they've got to burn their final timeout. I'm not sure what West Virginia is going to do here. They probably got enough time to run and play, but if I'm West Virginia, I don't know if I'm going to do that. You do get the ball in the second half, and if you risk getting a completion here without the clock being stopped, you could not get that field goal unit out on the field fast enough, so we'll have to see, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And so the clock's going to run. They're not going to be able to get their field goal unit here out onto the field, and if they do, like I said, yep, you see 2 seconds, 1, that's it. Should have kicked the field goal then. And that is going to be the end of the first half. West Virginia, after a great drive to end out the first half, thought they were going to get points. Doesn't happen. Only 16 yards rushing in that half for West Virginia. And, man, this has been a rough one. Oklahoma, you know, they're moving. They're finding ways to kind of move against this West Virginia defense. They need to continue to try to open up the playbook more. We've seen a lot of end-around plays. This was the most successful one of the day, as Baskeen was able to run that one in for the game's first touchdown off the end-around. And, you know, Oklahoma, you do not want them getting into a rhythm. Just like Leo Moon, we see him get into a rhythm in the second half. You tend to see a lot of big plays getting made by Daryl Johnson in the second half as well. So this is not the time where, you can afford to not play at your best and miss opportunities. And you are down 17 points. If you want to try to change that narrative coming into this second half, if you're West Virginia, in this possession, with this possession that you got here to open up this half, got to make something happen with it. Aiden Davis has been great on return so far here tonight. Let's see if he can build up a little bit of momentum. Here goes the start of the second half of play in this Big 12 matchup. And he won't be able to return it as it's in the back of the end zone.
We got this.
So Leo Moon. Rough first half, but towards the end of it, he was on fire. See if he can continue to keep that momentum going. So he's sitting here talking over this play. Kind of shocking to see that West Virginia had 0 points there in that first half, getting shut out. Here goes Leo Moon. Throws the out route again. It's working. And you can tell what West Virginia is kind of doing here. They're trying to attack the out route. They know that the defense that Oklahoma's been playing, that's the route that's been open that they're allowing to be open. And West Virginia, I could see and kind of got an idea they're going to keep attacking that until this defense switches out of their look, and then they could probably go over the top for the deep ball. We'll have to see. Here goes the throw over the middle. That's going to be caught by Webster, and that's a first down at the 44. Already a good-looking start for Leo Moon. Starting to turn things around here in this game. I mean, still, 0 to 17. Still got a long ways to go, definitely. I seen Ethan in the chat talking about 17. That's not a safe lead. It is not a safe lead for sure. It was a counter run play. And Mccoy, almost breaking free, is still running. And they're going to mark him down. It looks like his knee probably touched the ground. It looked like he was on a player. I don't see how he was marked down. Maybe it was too much going on. The refs just blew the whistle early at a 5-yard gain. That's a nice run. That's a player they need to get going for this offense. Run the ball and see if that can force the defense to get in different looks for you to attack them deep. They'll throw over the middle. There goes a nice catch by Olsen. Another first down for the Mountaineers. As we talk about, 17-point lead is not safe. I mean, you think about Week 9, how it started off with Baylor and Alabama. Alabama had a 16-point lead over Baylor in that game and ended up losing it. So, I mean, this is not a safe lead at all. And Oklahoma, when they get out on offense, they're going to have to turn it up, that's for sure. Here's a throw. Mason Dunn breaks the tackle and almost gets the first down. It's 2nd and inches. So I'm liking this drive right now by West Virginia. It's been very pass heavy. Looks like that's going to continue as they come out here in the 5-wide empty set. Got the cornerbacks pressed up, but they're not going to actually press. And that's going to leave this hitch here open for the first down. So nice read by Leo Moon. And, that's how you can tell, quarterbacks making good reads. When you see things like that. Defense tries to catch you off guard, showing you a press look in the face of your receivers. And they end up backing up and dropping off deep. Leo Moon's known they've been doing that all game. Knew that hitch was going to be there and attacked it. Here goes a receiver screen, and McCoy unable to break free from Radley Howes. Just safety here for this Oklahoma defense, but I tell you what, he's an impact safety for this team. He's made a lot of big plays. As I talked about last week, he was able to, I think made the determining play of the game, getting an interception and taking it to the house for a touchdown over Florida State. And there he is, very instinctive play, rolling through, making a good tackle. 3-yard loss, now 2nd and 13. And a run, here goes McCoy, trying to cut back, 3 yards on the play. Now this is where you need a big play if you're West Virginia. Look for Olsen, and of course look for Davis, somebody open down the field if you could get him. But don't risk anything. Already got himself an interception. So Oklahoma defense been covering the ball deep. Maybe look for the deep out route if you got a 10-yard one. We'll see. Here goes a throw, and there goes the out route. First down to the 20. I think it was actually the flag, but the quickness of which he threw it and the depth of which he broke it down, Mason Dunn was able to flatten out, make that catch, get the separation, and move the chains. Nice play. You can kind of see West Virginia starting to catch on to what Oklahoma is doing a little bit here on defense. They've been backing off a lot, playing everyone deep, leaving things open on the intermediate outsides of the field. There goes a run, and somehow McCoy gets to the outside and rips off a 8-yard gain, getting to the 12. They'll say 7. But still a good run. And Oklahoma Defense is giving up yards here. Offset I formation. There goes a run up the middle. And he is crushed. Great job filling up the lanes. And here comes the crucial down. Are you going to get 3? Or are you going to continue this drive and get 7? Eventually, we'll have to see. This is the big 3rd down and 3 for West Virginia. Can they keep this momentum going in driving on this Oklahoma defense? Single back formation, strong to the right with a tight end off the line of scrimmage. Here they go with some play action. Throws, end zone, and it's not going to be for a touchdown, but it will be for a 1st and goal. Great play. And that was this very same play that Leo Moon ran to win the game, technically, against Oklahoma State last week, as he was able to throw the touchdown while being down 22-17. I don't know what's going on here with the cameraman. Don't go into the light. Jeez. But anyway, 1st and goal here at the 1. West Virginia moving very well. And they're going to run it. New back coming in, and he's going to be shut down. Actually, they'll say lost a yard. Second and goal. And watch how wide open right now over the top is Webster, and they got a motion. This could be dangerous for this defense, depending on how they drop back, but they're actually going to run the ball. Easy does it, untouched. Touchdown, West Virginia. They are finally on the board. And that's exactly what I was talking about. That is the type of drive that West Virginia needed. They started to get themselves together at the end of the 1st half, and here they are at the start of the 2nd, getting possession and taking care of business, moving down the field, scoring a touchdown. And of course, you wish the play calling was better towards the end of the 2nd half, of the 1st half, excuse me, because they could have been able to at least kick a field goal if they decided to do that. And it would have been a 1-possession game right now. But they at least get on the board here, and they did it in a slow but methodical way. 14 plays, going 75 yards. This game isn't over yet. Daryl Johnson is going to have to be the guy to keep the distance if he wants to come out on top with this victory. Still ample time left to go in this game. 5 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the 3rd. That was a very lengthy drive. Believe it or not, these guys ate up more than half of the clock in the 3rd quarter with that single drive on 14 plays. That's fantastic drive right there. To keep the offense off the field, they're kind of cold. We'll have to see what type of result or effect that could have on this Oklahoma offense.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So they're showing Kennedy Brooks. He hasn't had a single carry at all today. But I'll tell you who has had carries and who has looked impressive here for this Oklahoma offense, and that's Trey Sermon. Over 50 yards rushing in the 1st half. Already talked about the story pretty much for this season for them, and the run game has not been successful. I wouldn't say successful. Has not been consistent running the ball here for this Oklahoma offense. Well, let's see how they come out. 1st and 10. They're going to motion Sherman out of the backfield. And there goes a throw, incomplete. That is the first incomplete pass for Daryl Johnson in this game. He was 17 of 17 in the 1st. And honestly, it was a good thing that he did throw it incomplete, because that would have been a tackle for loss, more than likely. And they're going to spread out the field. This is where Daryl Johnson is dangerous. Here goes this end-around play, this time to the back, and look at how he reads the blocks here. That was an excellent run on that read, on that end-around play. 1 yard away from the 1st. And this is where I said Oklahoma has struggled. They're actually doing pretty good on 3rd downs right now, but they like to run the same plays on these 3rd and shorts, end-around plays. We kind of kept away from that. And they're just going to run it. Juke move. Sermon. First down. Getting to the 46. What a run. And that just, depletes the momentum for this West Virginia defense. Give up a play like that. Oh, what a juke. You see, he could have kept to the outside, but he's seen Devin Andrews last second, and that cutback had Big Boy falling down, touching earth. That was a great juke. And you can tell Sermon's just feeling it here tonight. He's in a rhythm here. Shotgun split back as he looks to throw. And here goes Sermon. Talked about him being a weapon out of the backfield. There goes a nice catch. Good for 5 yards. Daryl Johnson has still only missed one pass in this game out of 20. Even though it hasn't been for a lot of big plays or big shots down the field, it's just the way he's making his reads and making the best of his decisions of his opportunities. I mean, this guy's looking really great here. Play action. Throws. And that's, maybe I spoke too soon. Always seems to be when you hype someone up, the very next play, something like that happens. Throws that into the dirt. Looks like he would have had a guy open. It was pretty good coverage, too. Could have been intercepted maybe if it was on target. But here they go, 5 wide, empty set. Daryl Johnson hasn't been scrambling a lot this game. He will this time. First down at the 42. That's only the second time he has been out of the pocket. And both times have been for good gains. That's the first time he scrambled, of course, for the first, but huge play. Faked as if he's going outside. Bounce back out. And just the speed. If he gets loose running, it's going to be a long day. A very long ending to this game for West Virginia. Surprised it's only been twice that he's taken off. But his speed is second to none compared to quarterbacks when he is out of the pocket. Kind of tight trips here to the left of Daryl Johnson as he lines up in the gun. They send a heavy blitz. They're able to throw into the flats. No one on Skeggy Thrash. And he just quickly got that out of his hands. Good decision. 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7. It's kind of like what Oklahoma likes to do. They like to hit you with the short stuff. They hit you around on the outside with the end arounds, little short plays. And then before you know it, you got Daryl Johnson late in the game scrambling, or those big shot down the fields to his receivers. West Virginia hasn't been attacked with that yet, so that could catch them off guard here. Got to pay attention to that. That's a great job, though, by West Virginia on that play as Tockery holds Sermon to no gain. 3rd and 7. This is where you're going to expect either one of two things. Daryl Johnson scrambling if nothing's open, or finding a receiver open. So West Virginia's got to be aware of both. There goes Johnson. There goes the scramble. Juke. And he just gets denied the first down. Great job by West Virginia's defense. And we're going to have to see what Oklahoma's going to do here on 4th and 1. They attempt to kick the field goal here. It'll be a 50-yarder, which is not by any means just an easy gimme. We've seen a lot of missed kicks here in this series. You don't got Michael Floto on the roster, then you can forget about it being, easy money when you're kicking a field goal. And they are going to attempt the field goal. Let's see if he's got the leg. 50 yards on the dot. And the kick is up, and it is good. So they will once again extend their lead, but this time by 3. And the score is now 20-7. Really good kick, too, just about straight down the pipe. And all I have to say is, hey, West Virginia, do what you did last time. Gotta keep moving, and they have the time right now. They have the the deficit to actually still be able to move at their own pace, eat up clock, and just move down the field and make plays. Don't gotta rush anything. We'll take this one out of the end zone. Aiden Davis just barely past the 25. Offense looking to repeat what they did last time out onto the field. It's a big half here for number 9. See if we could get some more moon pies out there. No touchdown pass here in this game, but great drive leading to that touchdown with some big-time throws. And as I said, West Virginia, you could tell they're starting to recognize and understand what this Oklahoma defense is allowing, and they're attacking it, trying to change up what they do. He's got good time. There goes the throw, hits the drag, and that's good defense. Taken down immediately by Norwood. And that's only 1 yard gain on the play. You can see that they tried to go deep on that play there. That looked like 4 verticals with a drag. And they've been trying to hit the verticals all game. And it's been locked down from these cornerbacks. Second and 9. Motion into the formation. Leo Moon getting pressured. Throws. It was a catch. And that's going to be good for about 4. I'll actually say only 2. You can see that, Oklahoma's still kind of staying in their looks, making sure everything deep is covered. And they're kind of coming down faster. They're already expecting, Leo Moon to hit those short routes a little bit. There goes a throw over the middle. Great defense. That's Murray, the linebacker, able to get his hands in the throwing lane. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Definitely not what West Virginia wanted. And that double move worked before. It's not going to work this time for Mason Dunn. So the Mountaineers punting this one away. Fair catch being called, and it's going to be down at the 27. So, man, West Virginia's defense going to have to hold on for dear life and make sure that they do not allow this Oklahoma offense to be explosive and move down the field and get more points. I mean, a field goal, I would say, still a win in their book if they can hold them to another field goal. If they do give up points, a touchdown, it's going to be tough to come back. Outside run, broken tackle, and Sermon. And momentum for him tonight has been good, and that is going to take us into the 4th quarter as the clock hits 0. You already know what to do, RFL community. If you haven't already, make sure you put those 4s up in the chat. We are heading into the 4th and final quarter. Oklahoma with a 13-point lead, 20-7. So Daryl Johnson going to line up in the pistol formation. And here goes Sermon trying to cut back. 3rd and 5. Big down for West Virginia. Trying to get the Sooners off the field. Daryl Johnson looking to pass, more than likely. And here he goes. He's going to throw it into the flats. That is not going to be enough for a 1st down. And that's going to be 4th down. They got to punt it away. It's too early on this decision, throwing this ball. And you look at the routes. I don't think the play call was even good. You got nothing but short routes, maybe a few beyond the sticks, but Exactly that. Stick routes with guys getting double covered, and no one's going to be open on that play. If I was Daryl Johnson, you know you got the dual threat ability. Probably would have held on to that ball and got out of there myself to try to pick up that first down. And he will be taken down as a face mask on the play. This is going to play into the hands of West Virginia. Jordan Parker, cornerback.
Let's go, baby.
So now you give Leo Moon and this West Virginia offense really good field position. And this is where things can get a little bit scary. A 2-possession lead. And honestly, if West Virginia can hold Oklahoma to where they are now and score 2 touchdowns with the extra points, they could take the lead here in this one. Could start to really feel and see the momentum shift in this game. 5 wide, empty center with a throw over the middle, and that's Webster picking up 9. Leo Moon, 24 of 34, 211 yards passing. Got 1 blemish here tonight with an interception, no touchdowns. But he is really starting to get into a rhythm with his receivers throwing the football. Here goes the throw in. I spoke too soon. And it's Radley Howes to the 30, the 20-10 touchdown. Oklahoma, the second week in a row that Radley Howes puts a game away more than likely with a pick 6. Just not the play to make right there for Leo. It's not the play. It was looking great, and it looks like he tried to look him off and look as if he was looking some other direction and quickly shifted to try to throw back, and he throws right to Radley Howes. I don't know if he baited him or what, but that is a tough play and a big mistake for Leo Moon. Radley Howes, he's the man. I talked about him, man. He impact player for this defense. Unfortunately, not an RFL prospect. He won't ever be in the RFL, but as long as he's in this college series, I don't know what he is in real life. But, oh, they're going to go for 2. Daryl Johnson, 5 wide, empty set. He's looking to throw, and he drops it. Try to go to Hazelwood. So I guess good job on the 2-point conversion. By not giving that up, at least. To give up a 21-point lead, but it's going to be an 18, it should be a 19-point lead now for the Sooners. Man, see sideline amped up about that play by Radley Howes. 2 weeks in a row with a clutch pick 6. A game isn't over yet. Clock hasn't hit 0, so there's still time. But that interception to the house for a touchdown is going to make things extremely difficult for West Virginia. That flips a lot of momentum as well. So you can expect the defense just to play even better due to the fact that they've scored. And hopefully Leo Moon doesn't get rattled after that mistake. I mean, 2 interceptions here in this game, no touchdowns. You would feel like, for most quarterbacks, they just about throw in the towel. But I haven't seen a game yet this season where I've seen Leo Moon throw in the towel or get rattled, even when he's made the worst decisions. So we'll have to see. I think that's going to be consistent here. For the most part, might have to accept this loss. We'll see how he finishes out the rest of this game with a little over 10 minutes left to go. Shotgun. Leo Moon throws. And what a catch, but he's out of bounds. Mason Dunn. Man, that would have been a huge play. That was actually a really good pass, too, with airtight coverage. Leo Moon Over the middle, and that's a big hit. 3rd and 6. Shotgun here for Moon. And a motion. Aiden Davis. 4-man rush and a quick throw. That's going to be caught for a first down by Nick Webster. And that's exactly what I was talking about. And we might got a little bit of an altercation here with Lowry and Webster's kind of going at it. Good thing it didn't turn into a whims situation. But his ability to make these plays has been consistent. Look at that. That's perfect coverage. That's good sell of the route, and he still didn't get that separation, but he makes this play. Big time catch. 5 wide, empty set. And he'll throw it. That's going to be complete to Dunn. First down at the 35. You got to keep things moving. You know, don't rush things too fast. We already know the situation. Down by 3 possessions. But don't force anything. Let's see if Leo Moon continues to keep this going. Feels some pressure. Throws over the middle. That's going to be caught for a first down. Now in the red zone, finding Brian Olsen, over the middle. That's a good throw. That's exactly what I was talking about. You don't see Leo Moon, you know, you've seen it happen where he has those bad games. Or even when he has those bad games, you typically see him finish the games on a good note. Still commanding this offense, and there he is, going to line up in the gun. Very confident in their signal caller, still throwing the football. Leo Moon sees everything's covered, throws. Man, what a throw, but he can't come down with that as Brown and Norwood had him sandwiched there. Looks like they really tried to set up that bubble screen. It didn't work out, and he tried to yoop it up the field, turn it into a wheel route. He did get over the top, but it was also still great defense by the Sooners. There goes a run. He's got a lane. And Murray bringing him down at the 13. Another big third down for the Mountaineers. Leo Moon in the gun. Webster. You see him here a little tired here in the slot. Moon throws. There's a flag. There goes a catch. There goes a touchdown for now. But what is the flag on? Holding in. What is going on with the cameraman here? Penalty on the center. Josh Steels gets called for holding. So the touchdown is called back, and it's now 3rd and 14. And this has been the problem all day for West Virginia. Has been discipline. Another unfortunate penalty. Leo Moon. On motion is back out of the backfield. He's out there creeping. 3rd and 14. Moon trying to get past the sticks, and he does with an accurate pass. 1st and goal at the 4. That's the first reception right there for Ryan. This is exactly what I said. Leo Moon still keeping it going, man. Still giving his best there on the field. And that's a pinpoint accurate throw. Dot. I don't know if God's trying to come through here in this game, but I don't know where this shot is coming from. Looks like a close-up of the top of the candy corn. First and goal. Single back formation. Little pump fake. Play action again. Throws. And it's caught, but it's out of bounds. Wow, that's a great catch. Man, he didn't get a foot. He didn't get a foot down. Looks like his back fell out of bounds, so maybe that's what happened. 2nd and goal. Blitz throws. He's got a man, and it's going to be a touchdown for West Virginia. So they get the score. Mason Dunn's in the end zone, and still, don't count this game out yet. Do not count this game out yet. It's a 2-possession game again. And, we've seen West Virginia be able to halt teams pretty quickly. We got a little over 7 minutes left to go. And the extra point is up. It's good. 26-14 is the score. And now this is where the pressure goes on Daryl Johnson. Because, you do have a pretty, it's not a comfortable lead, but you have a decent lead right now at this stage in the game. But things can change in a matter of a few minutes. And so, like I said, you've got to be aggressive. Got to make plays. And I wouldn't even say there's anything wrong with Daryl Johnson right now here in this game. The play calling has got to be aggressive. It's been, they've been really trying to run Sermon. I feel that's a good reason why they've been somewhat successful on offense. But at this point, you might just want to let Daryl Johnson rock it out and close out this game. We'll have to see what the offensive signal caller is going to come up with here as the offense going to get started here at the 25. Daryl Johnson, 21 of 23 tonight, but only 120 passing yards. But he does have 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. The guy literally only has thrown 1 interception all season. And I hope that doesn't jinx him. Because typically when I say something like that, it happens. But we'll see. Shotgun for Johnson. And a handoff. This is going to be Brooks. A nice run. Gets to the 29. And so Oklahoma looks like they're taking a little bit of an approach, run out the clock a little bit. Johnson in the gun. He looks to throw. And that's going to be out of bounds. And that's just a poor job on Banks. Got to work that sideline. He's running out of bounds there. That's our accurate ball there inside the field of play. Got to make that play and know where you are on the field. Now you stop the clock. It's 3rd and 6. And like I said, this game can change. So it's not a comfortable lead yet for Oklahoma, but there goes a bit of the dagger. What a throw by Daryl Johnson. That's good for 15 as he hooks up with Banks, making up for the incompletion on the previous play. Johnson, look how he zips that there in between the 2 defenders. Great throw. Like I said, we gotta, if you're Oklahoma, we gotta have Johnson close this game out. Be aggressive. We'll see if Oklahoma does that. Here goes a run. And that's a good run, though, by Trey Sermon. Mike can give him one more carry here on this next down, or maybe the 4th, depending on how close you are or what happens on this next play. We'll see. And play action, great block by Sermon, and it's going to be a missed pass by Daryl Johnson. Had the defender wide open. No pressure, you gotta hit that. His percentage has been sky high tonight, but missed a very important pass right there. Pistol formation. 3rd and 3. Could this be an end-around play again? It is. And he's going to get the first down. And if there's any play, if you're West Virginia, on that down that you have to look out for. It's the end around play. They call this so many times, and still yet, they run it a lot, and teams, they just get blocked out, and they're not prepared for it. Should have been prepared for it right there on that down. That's a crucial down given up. First down and 10. Oklahoma continues to run the clock here. They'll throw. And like I said, I like how they're being aggressive. On-point throw by Darryl Johnson. Hooks up with Banks on the out route that time. They're letting Johnson close this one out right now. There goes a run, though. Brooks cutting up the field. That was great blocking once again. And you definitely got to say the key to victory here in this one for Oklahoma was hands down their blocking tonight. Offensive line did a spectacular job. Outstanding job by the receivers on the outside as well. Those end-around plays, they wouldn't work if you had those receivers not doing their job out there. 2nd and 2, counter run play here. Great block, and Sermon off to the races. Gets to the 11, and he is 4 yards shy of 100 yards rushing here tonight. Slowly but surely gassing out this West Virginia defense. I love the drive right now by Oklahoma. Pistol formation. Darryl Johnson. He's going to scramble. Slides. What a wise decision. Inside the 5 to the 3. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This is just not where you want Darryl Johnson with a lead late in the game. Because this drive has just been, oh man, and they're motioning pressure to the right. They better hope that they don't run to the left. And they actually go with a pass here. And man, that's not going to be enough for a first. A yard short. Should have audibled and ran to the left side. That entire defense was shifted to the right. There was no one to that left side. They had them outmanned in blockers. Definitely would have probably ran in that situation. A 3rd and 1. Empty set all in the backfield here is Darryl Johnson. Looking to throw. Looking to scramble. And it's a touchdown. His 8th on the season. And that is definitely going to put this game away. What a drive. Just like I said, that's what they had to do. Put it on Darryl Johnson to close this game out. And he did exactly that. Rock solid. Here goes the extra point. And it's good. 33-14. They go 76 yards in 12 plays. And already the 7th ranked team right now in the country. This could be a team who ends up making their way into the playoffs. I know I didn't speak too much on it in the podcast yesterday, but a person who did was definitely Coach Nicholson, Bill, as you guys know him as. Oklahoma is definitely a sleeper team. They have some inconsistencies, though. We know, like I said, the main thing with these guys has definitely been 2 aspects, which is the run game not being consistent. And even though the defense has done fairly well today, the defense has not been all great throughout this season as well. They've given up a lot of yards, but one thing about the defense is they don't give up too many points. So I guess that's a great thing they got working for them. And West Virginia going to take this run from the 8 and get it down to the 28. So at this point, West Virginia, they got to know at this point the game's over. Down 19 with 3:06 left to go. You can see Leo Moon, he came back, man. This guy was under 50% here tonight. He's 30 of 44 for 248. That's 284, excuse me. A touchdown, and of course the 2 interceptions is really what hurt him here tonight. One of those going to the house for a pick six. Bradley House, 2 interceptions for touchdowns these past 2 weeks, man. Still very big, impressive play from him from this Oklahoma defense. Shotgun, Leo Moon, little pump fake. Pressure coming, and he is going to break the sack. Still on his feet. Throws, and it's intercepted for a 3rd time. Brown with a juke move, getting to the outside, and he goes out of bounds, untouched. That's rough. That's a rough one. It's a rough one right there. Great pressure, great coverage. Everything for Oklahoma that time was just perfect. Look at the coverage all over Mason Dunn. Even the juke. Oh, man. For a second, I almost was surprised. I thought he was going to take that to the house. They didn't have guys there, but Trey Brown, he's been a great returner for Oklahoma, and you can see him there after the pick, getting work done as well. Daryl Johnson back out onto the field. Look at these stats. 25 of 29. He only had 151 passing yards, so he didn't take too many shots deep down the field, but you could just see that he just controls the game. You know, he doesn't care about the stats. He just cares about winning the game. He's got 2 touchdown passes. He's come up in clutch moments throughout this game. He closed out the game on a scramble, so he's honestly got 3 total touchdowns in this game with only 151 yards passing. That's just impressive. Here goes an end-around play, and that's going to be a gain of a yard. And that's another thing. Daryl Johnson, they still haven't. Daryl Johnson honestly still has not thrown the ball a lot because of those end-around plays. You add up those end-around plays, he's probably throwing the ball 20 or less times.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Pistol formation. Here goes a run up the middle. Great blocking. Trey Sermon. 100-yard game here tonight off of 18 carries. If Oklahoma can keep this up through the rest of this season, you never know where these guys can end up. Great blocking, though, once again from the Sooners. Pistol formation. Under 2 minutes left to go, and they are still being aggressive. Johnson hit as he throws. He actually kicks it out there to Sermon. And even the little plays like that, I mean, how do you even get that ball off? Still was able to complete it. Only picked up a yard. 2nd and 9. And a motion to the right side. Earl Johnson, he's out of there, and that's going to be almost a touchdown, but it will be a 1st and goal. He's only scrambled 6 times in this game, 40 yards. And that's just him executing the system here. Didn't force any plays with his legs. He only made plays with his legs when he had to. And you see, once again, getting it done. And what is going on with this shot right here? Milk in a bowl. I don't know what's going on. Pistol formation. And a handoff. Trey Sermon shut down in the backfield that time. Loss of 3 yards. They're just running out this clock. Doubt they'll pass the ball again. They should probably just run one more. It'll probably be one more play before this game's over. What a game by Oklahoma. Started out strong and were able to continue to execute enough to finish out this game on top. This will be the final play here. Hopefully West Virginia doesn't give up a touchdown. And off to Sermon, spins off the tackle, and is taken down. No gain on the play. And that's going to do it. Clock at 0. Oklahoma gets the win, and they are now bowl eligible as they improve to 6-3 on the year. As for West Virginia, unfortunately, they fall to 500. 5-5 on the season. Daryl Johnson, you can see here, 154 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 total touchdowns though, and he gets player of the game. Final score, 33-14. Still was a great game, in my opinion. I enjoyed calling this, guys. I actually have to leave early. I can't go through the statistics and the statistics and the highlights at this moment because I got to get prepared for me having to leave tomorrow. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. I guess what I could do, I can at least do the stats. I'll do the stats, but I'm not going to go through the highlights. So I'll at least show you guys the stats before I roll out of here. But unfortunate loss here for Leo Moon. They had a little streak going, and that comes to an end. A great game by Oklahoma. Let's go ahead and get a look at these stats. So looking at the passing game, Leo Moon had a rough outing, I still have to say. 30 of 45, 284 passing yards, 66%. Had the 1 touchdown, but 3 interceptions in this game. It's been rough for him a little bit this season. You got Daryl Johnson, literally 27 of 31, but once again, he cut that down by maybe about 5 or 6 times they've ran the end-around play. But still, this is why his percentages has been great. He's barely been throwing the ball, and he's still been able to make big plays. But only 154 yards passing, but he had 2 touchdowns, no blemishes. Still only 1 interception total on the year for Daryl Johnson. Then we look at the run game. This was another reason on why Oklahoma was successful tonight. Trey Sermon showing up. 20 carries, 103 yards, 5 yards per carry here. Daryl Johnson was able to rush into the end zone for a touchdown. That was pretty much the closer. Had 6 scrambles out of the pocket for 40, and Kennedy McCoy, he really couldn't get going on this Oklahoma defense. 11 carries for 38 yards, but he did at least get to see the end zone for West Virginia. And then we look at receiving. Nick Webster, even though they took the L here, had 10 receptions for 101 yards. Continues to make plays, even in losses for West Virginia. This guy to look out for, could be a potential good slot in the future for the RFL draft. Definitely got to get his weight up, but, you know, like I said, smaller guy, 5'9", 165 pounds. No touchdowns, though, tonight. Mason Dunn, 6 catches for 74 yards, had a touchdown. Olsen, you know, he was pretty quiet here tonight, but he made a couple of big plays for West Virginia, 8 for 55. Dawson Banks, 3 for 50. And Nick Baskeen able to see the end zone, but they'll stay off a receiving touchdown. He honestly got that touchdown off the end around, so technically it was like rushing. But 7 catches for 43 yards for him. Looking at the blocking, really nothing to see here. Just a sack given up by Wagner and Wikiline, I think. And then we look at who leads in tackles. Jedediah Richardson had 15 total tackles here tonight. 11 of them solo. So he continues to still be the heart and soul and just the captain of this defense, the star of this defense. Big game for him tonight. Tackle for loss he had. Nothing else you can see here on the stat sheet. Behind him in tackles, another West Virginia player, Deshaun Evans. He had only 3 solo out of the 10. Let's go ahead and look at tackles for loss. Leading in that category at Marcus Overton. Had 2 of those along with Dylan Tonkery. Tonkery made a couple of big plays today. Wasn't that many sacks, so that goes to tell you that the offensive lines on both sides are actually doing pretty good here tonight. Keith Mann had a sack, and Devin Andrews had a sack as well. And in interceptions, no interceptions for Daryl Johnson, 3 for Leo Moon as he threw one to Trey Norwood, Brendan Riley Howes, this guy killing it, don't throw it his direction, and Trey Brown with the interception as well. I don't think there was any fumbles at all here tonight, so both guys did good job of holding on to the football. Some good deflections here, and no safeties or defensive. Well, there was defensive touchdown by Bradley Howes. Oh, I said Bradley. Brendan Riley Howes, as he had the pick 6 on that lone interception. Going to the house, looking at 52 yards. Another long pick 6 for BRH. And that's going to do it here for what I got to cover. That's some pretty good returns here tonight from both these guys, averaging pretty well. But yeah, that's it. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. I appreciate you guys coming through and watching this game. We got many more coming. I won't be around until like the 16th, so I'll say the 17th. I won't be back until 2 weeks for the podcast. Unfortunately, I might as well let it be known now. Talk with Rob. We won't be able to do a podcast next week, so we won't have a podcast until I come back on the 18th. So we'll recap the 2 weeks on what happened, and yeah, take it from there. Appreciate you guys coming through. Oklahoma Sooners getting it done. Final score 33-14. It's your boy Smitty, RFL Commissioner and play-by-play commentator. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.